Hi, my name's Tony Fletcher, and in a far-off galaxy a long time ago, i.e. South London, 1977, I started a music fanzine at school. It was called Jamming, and here we are 35 years later, and the good people at Omnibus Press have helped me put together this compendium of the whole history of the fanzine. We are calling it the Best of Jamming, selections and stories from the fanzine that grew up 1977 to 86, and it traces chronologically the history of the fanzine, reproducing every front cover, even the terrible ones done back at school, and progressing through, as you can see, a school fanzine turn into a proper fanzine with early interviews with Adam Ant and the Jam. And I was very lucky in 1978 to interview my all-time idol, Pete Townshend, at the age of 14. That was me, not him, 14. That's faithfully reproduced here. And we reproduced some of this so that it's really about the artwork, some of it so that you can read the actual interviews. The mod revival in 1979, but we wrote about that, but we were also covering the likes of here, The Fall and The Selector. Got another interview with the Jam, a piece on tribalism. There's a very funny interview with the Dam that I'm particularly fond of that's here, called The Dam Take the Piss, Dead Kennedys, Crass, the Au Pairs, Delta 5. We really covered a lot across the indie scene. And have to mention, of course, a seminal interview for Jamming in 1982. At the age of 17, I was fortunate enough to spend 3 hours interviewing Paul McCartney, and wonderful artwork here courtesy of Robin Richards. We've reproduced the McCartney interviews in full, and you'll then see Jamming progress into more of a colour bi-monthly and then a monthly magazine, but maintaining its sort of fanzine edge. Lots of Q&A interviews here. It's been noted that the artists are often seen less guarded speaking to us. The Smiths were a very big band with Jamming, Morrissey on the cover twice in 1984. We wrote about early REM. Here's a big Clash interview, but we also covered a big variety of music, and we've been sure to do that to address that in the book. So pieces on Aswad in the book, Run-D.M.C in the book, some African music in the book, and we were also big about interviewing non-musicians as well, keeping it varied. So here you go, 4-page interview with the great late George Best, and there are pieces here on the miners' strike, on fox hunting, on CND. Hopefully a really good variety. The idea being that you get the culture of the fanzine, you get the history of a particular fanzine, and you get some great, I don't want to call it music journalism as much as hopefully just great music writing and photography and cartoons. Lots of people contributed to this book, lots of people who wrote for Jamming back in the day, a lot of musicians that were around back in the day, photographers, scenesters, and I wrote something to accompany every issue, so you get the whole story of the magazine as well. It's meant to feel like one big bumper issue of Jamming. Dare I say it, it makes a lovely gift. And if you want more info, omnibuspress.com, tonyfletcher.net, the best of Jamming. Cheers.